What's up? Welcome to Breaking Through the Darkness, a channel that smashes ignorance in the face and breaks the stigma surrounding so many mental health issues today. In this video, we're going to share 7 life-saving tips for suicide prevention. Stick around because this information can literally save a life. Please like and subscribe, and more importantly, share this video to somebody who may need to hear this. In most cases, people who are contemplating suicide are dealing with conditions that will pass in time if only they can get the help that they need. As friends, family members, co-workers, we can do so much to help people who are depressed or thinking of suicide. First, prevention begins by being able to recognize the warning signs of suicide, which can include talking about death or suicide, feelings of hopelessness, saying that they are a burden, withdrawing from friends and family, losing interest in activities, extreme mood swings, giving away possessions, saying goodbye to family and friends. If you want to learn more about warning signs and symptoms of suicide, check out this video. The following are 7 suicide prevention tips, as recommended by the Suicide Prevention Resource Center. While we hear other people's problems, sometimes we may think that they aren't serious enough, especially to the point of ending one's life. But what's important is how serious they perceive them to be, because what they're feeling is real. If it feels important to them, then in their mind, suicide is a valid option. Try to listen to what they're saying without any judgments whatsoever. Don't dismiss their experiences and emotions, even if you don't seem to agree or understand it. More importantly, never dismiss suicidal thoughts or threats. If a person is saying things that seem to show that they are depressed or thinking of taking their own life, you should always take them seriously. When a person attempts suicide, this doesn't necessarily mean they want to die. Instead, it's just a sign that they are in great emotional pain and they just don't know how to deal with it. Suicide to them appears to be their only option to escape a situation they don't know how to handle. If they are still alive, however, it can only mean that they are seeking an alternative to death, and attempting suicide may be their way of reaching out and saying that they need help. This is not attention seeking, but a genuine plea for help in a way that they cannot express with words. Being able to talk to a good friend who cares and lets you vent out all your burdens and troubles can go a long way of relieving the buildup of pressure that can lead to a suicide attempt. As that good friend, sometimes just listening is good enough. And being a good listener doesn't require special skills or training. All you gotta do is be patient and accepting. As much as you have good intentions, avoid giving comments or suggestions that focus on giving quick fixes. Doing so might come off as insensitive and may seem to trivialize or belittle what a person is experiencing. What's more important is being there and showing that you care. Even though suicides may seem to come out of nowhere, it's more than likely that that person has been depressed for quite some time now. Getting prompt and professional assistance at the first signs of depression is an important step in preventing suicide. Working to take away the stigma of depression and encouraging people to seek the help that they need right away can go a long way in saving lives, because the problem is dealt with before it gets really bad. While you may be afraid of bringing up the topic of suicide for fear of giving them ideas, the fact is, those thoughts and feelings are there regardless of what you might say. What you are really doing in bringing up the topic is giving them the opportunity to open up to you and to allow you to help them. Remember, allowing them to keep their suicidal thoughts and intentions silent and secret only gives more power to these negative ideas to one day be a terrible reality. If they seem to be in imminent danger of hurting themselves, do not leave them alone. Take steps to get them away from any means that they can use to hurt themselves, like weapons or pills. If need be, call 911 or any other emergency hotline numbers for assistance, or even offer to take them to the hospital. Your presence can be vital in this dangerously fragile time for the person. It may take some patience and persistence, but urge them to make an appointment with a mental health professional. Once they have made the appointment, continue to keep in contact with them so as to encourage them to follow through on their appointments and their treatment plans. There are links in the description box below about mental health organizations that you can reach out to for more information. If the person asks you not to tell anybody about their suicidal intention, be aware that you may have to break that promise to help them. Having your friend or loved one angry at you for breaking their promise is better than keeping a promise that leads them to taking their life. Supporting a friend or loved one experiencing suicidal thoughts can be scary and taxing. Do your best to provide support and get help. If, in spite of your attempts to help, your loved one still attempts or completes suicide, do not blame yourself. Remind yourself that you did the best you could with the information that you had, and seek help for yourself, like grief counseling or joining a suicide survivor support group. If you found this video helpful, give us a like and share it on your social media so that we can spread this important message. Until next time, reframe your mind.